Why would I want to get you in trouble? You're my brother.
That's why you wouldn't get me in trouble, you son of a bitch.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to DC Fan-imated, pre-recorded and premiering because
DC Fan-imated, not so live.
Not so live because as you're watching this, I'll be celebrating Mama Film Junkie's birthday.
And let's be honest, Mama's birthday means more.
It does. It does. So we're pre-recording this a day prior, and and then I'm just gonna premiere it. So if you guys, obviously you guys can still chat during it if you want to, and there's nothing wrong with that. And we are still in Dakota City, and we are watching Child's Play.
Which I totally guessed who the villain was going to be in this episode.
You did last week. You said there was a villain that we hadn't seen yet.
Yeah, that was in the opening title sequence, and I went, "It's going to be that kid," and I was right.
To be that kid. Yes. Yeah, you did. Yeah. You done well by spotting that. And it's an interesting. This episode's very Saturday morning.
Oh, it is so Saturday morning. Yes. However, there's a little bit of universe building in this episode. I guess I would just go ahead and start off, but
go ahead.
We finally know what Robert does for a living.
Oh yeah, his dad.
His dad. We finally know what Virgil's dad does.
It's like, what does he do? Oh, he works at the school.
Well, at the community center.
Community center, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, because a lot of it takes place at the community center, the gymnasium there.
Yeah.
And and it's like, oh yeah, because this whole time we just kind of knew he got into his little shirt and tie, and obviously he was supporting the. Yeah, but we had no real. Yeah, good point. I didn't even think about that. I was like, oh yeah, we didn't know what he did. So yeah, we find that out. So yeah, he works at the community center. So good on him. Good on him helping out these kids. And then you got this kid. This kid has been, it's kind of funny because obviously when all of the Bang babies, obviously he's been kind of like hiding out in the shadows a little bit, trying to keep to himself. But, but then when you you could do some cool things like he can do. He's got a very interesting power, little Dwayne.
It's that child wish fulfillment kind of power.
If I were watching this as a 7-year-old, 6-year-old, whatever the hell, I'd be like, I want that power because of what he could do.
That's totally, because once again, this is more like when you talk about like being 7 or 8, like that's the speed of this season for the most part. Like we talked about the Rubber Band Man episode was a little bit more grown up, but a lot more of these episodes are kind of on that 7, 8, 9-year-old kind of level. Which once again, there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
it's just we're 40-ish and watching it for the first time.
Yeah, so it's not going to hit. But if you put yourself into like, oh yeah, especially when you see the powers, I mean, like right away when this episode starts, you have this crazy priest guy that's doing the whole thing. The end is near. You must I don't know, give yourself to the Lord and all this whatever. And then all of a sudden, and this was funny too, because, and then what kid would not want to do this when there's a fountain in front of the community center? Why not turn it into cherry soda?
I know, right? It's like,
but did you notice how, like, because obviously, and I noticed this because I kind of had to rewind. I was like, oh yeah, because he's talking about end of days. So, and then it's like, it's cherry soda, but they drew it pink because if they drew it red,
right,
it would not look
standards good. And practices.
Because I was like, I was like, wait a minute, did Virgil say cherry soda? And I rewound it. I'm like, yeah, he did, but they couldn't draw it red because obviously the priest being like, see, this is a sign. Because it would look like it's blood coming out of the fountain. But they were like, we can't draw like that. Make it pink.
If it was the static comic book, it totally would have been. Totally would have been red. But I did think that actually he's wearing the collar, but I don't think that's. I know this is being presumptive, but that since it's a black preacher, it's probably more like
A pastor.
Methodist. So it's probably
Methodist.
not like a
Okay, there you
priest.
go.
It's probably a preacher.
Yeah, preacher,
Because
there you go.
Methodists, as someone who attends a Methodist church, they wear the collar too. So
Gotcha. Yeah, I wouldn't.
yeah.
Yeah. But so we get that, and then of course we have Virgil and his dad. They're like right there, or right in the community center and everything. And then he's, of course, Virgil's trying to get his ATM to get some stuff, and then they see what is happening, and that's where Virg is kind of like, he's the one that kind of, he's, hey, he decides to just be like, let me try it. Cherry soda, what the hell? And then obviously his dad thinks that, the crazy dude did it, but and then of course we get to the next, I guess you could say, the next day at school, and we have, what's her name, Daisy,
Daisy, yes, the love interest that was introduced in the last Static episode.
Yes,
when we did a New Kid was the episode.
So now she's full on there and just part of the group now, because
I know it was weird seeing Daisy and Frida didn't show up in this episode.
Yeah, she gets mentioned.
Yes,
but there's no Frida, so it's like, okay, now they're like, okay, we got the new one here. So she like walks up to him, to Virgin Richie, and then she starts talking about that there was something that happened in a certain area where basically snow fell, but it wasn't snow, it was ice cream.
I know.
See,
which
again,
which really,
you're a kid.
Really, we're talking about like a giant clue here.
Yes.
Cherry soda fountains and vanilla ice cream snow. I mean, It sounds like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
It totally does. And we do see Dwayne at the fountain too. He is there. Yes. But they kind of hide him, and you see him like, and he does start drinking out of the fountain a little bit, kind of looking around. So you actually do see Dwayne there,
but without the Bang Baby eyes going on.
Yes, they're not. He's just kind of like, oh, maybe it's just a kid there just getting some good old pink cherry soda.
Yeah, but then we meet Aaron, which is really funny, by the way, because when I looked his name up in the credits, it wasn't like, I hear Aaron and it's a guy.
Yeah.
So how do you spell that in your mind?
Aaron.
Right.
Yeah.
It was spelled Aron, which just made me think of Aaron.
Aaron.
made me think of the substitute teacher.
Yes, Key and Peele. Aaron. Yeah.
Of course, that one's Aaron.
Aaron, yeah.
Aaron. My name is Aaron. I'm sorry. Yeah. I also love the fact that that then, because Key was the voice of Bumblebee in Transformers 1, and he does that bit in the Transformers movie.
Does he really?
Yeah. Did you never see Transformers 1?
You're talking about the new one.
They had the new one with Chris Hemsworth as Optimus Prime.
I can't remember. I did see it and I enjoyed it, but I don't remember that bit.
Maybe. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was like the mid-credit scene or something.
Was it? And I didn't
because Bumblebee has got like those little robot friends. He like has like set up like a tea party.
Yeah,
like,
maybe I didn't see that. It could have been.
Yeah, he totally does the substitute teacher bit as Bumblebee in the movie. Go back and watch it.
I have to go back and watch it because I enjoyed Transformers 1. I was actually,
oh my god, that movie
I was actually surprised on how much I enjoyed that. I was like going, animated in this, but they got a star-studded cat, and I'm like, they're not going to move forward with this because it didn't do like gangbusters. But it's
not at all. Because and some people say don't blame no, I'm going to blame the marketing. That trailer was awful.
Yeah,
the trailer for the movie was terrible, but the movie was fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. They always screw that shit up. But anyways, we meet Aaron. Is he like a voice? Anybody that's notable?
Okay, so I did look him up. His name is RJ Kroll. Hasn't really done much. The two big things that he's got credits for was that he showed up in Major Pain. And
wait, what's his name again? I watched that movie like
he was a kid, RJ Kroll. And he's also in that Denzel Washington movie, Devil in the Blue Dress.
RJ Kroll, actor. What the hell? Show me an image. What the hell? Okay, hold on. How do you spell his name?
RJ initials and then KROLL.
I put one L. What the hell? Okay, I can't. I've seen him. There's like all kind. Okay, Major Pain. I need to do that. He was in
I
Major
hope I remember,
Pain.
because or maybe I got the initials wrong here, because I'm not finding him now either, even though I looked
Yeah.
him up earlier. Hold on, I'm gonna do this. Because I know he was in Devil in the. I know he was in Devil in the Blue Dress.
Yeah, I'm just like, because I watched this movie so friggin' much when I was
Okay, I'm gonna maybe see if.
younger.
Yeah, let me see
Look
if
him up
I
again because
got.
I'm not even seeing an IMDb like an RJ Kroll.
Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe I got his initials wrong. Hold on.
Oh
I
yeah, there it is right there. Blind kid.
Blind kid. Yeah.
RJ Knoll. That's
Noel.
what it is.
Noel. Okay, Noel.
So he was a blind kid? Who was the blind kid? I can't even remember. RJ. All right. Let me. I have no idea. Oh, wait. Is that him? Okay, that's him. Why does he not look familiar? I don't know. I'm looking way too much into this. He was also in the movie Orange County.
Yes, he was. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't remember him. And
He doesn't have. I mean, and his IDBM is very slim. Like it's like.
yeah, he's not. Maybe he wasn't in it all that much. Blind kid. I'm like, who's the blind kid in Major Pain? And he's not even really popping up. And then there's one shot of him, and I'm like, he looks kind of familiar, but
He
not
looks kind of
really.
like, but it's like he looks like somebody else. And like I
Yeah,
don't know him. He just has a look that reminds me of somebody else. But
yeah, he definitely does.
yeah.
Interesting, because I don't know. I don't remember them. There none of the major in Major Pain. Like none of the kids were. There's like a blind kid. It probably was just one little. But I don't even remember that. Anyways, that's besides the point. So no real names when it comes to this. Not even for Dwayne or anything.
Nope, not even for Dwayne.
Okay.
No, it
Good.
was
Even though I did such a good job.
I mean, last time you were like spot on. You were.
I got my Michael Rosenbaum just that last time, but you know, I had to be proud about that. I mean, obviously, that was what 2 weeks ago.
That was last week.
Was it last week?
It was last week.
Yeah, it was because that was when he was a new kid. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I forget that because we're dealing with two characters right now that are in high school. So I'm like, wait, which kid? I know it was a class. Was it Virgil or was it
Terry?
You know, I'm like, which one was it? Oh yeah, it was last week. So I was very proud of myself.
Yeah, Batman Beyond. The reason we're doing a lot of Static Shock episodes right now was because because once again, this is going to go to a conversation we'll probably have later. We're watching these in in the order in which they air. So right now, Batman Beyond was going through a lot of reruns, and they were airing new Static Shock episodes, but giving us Batman Beyond reruns at this time. So there was lots of like little gaps of time between new episodes, which was always annoying on Saturday mornings when you'd wait to tune in.
When you already seen.
You already seen. It's like.
Yeah. So you still have it on, but you're like, I'm gonna open up a comic book or I'm gonna fucking color something. You're just like, you distract yourself because you're like,
I've already seen this one.
Yeah, you've seen this one. So you're playing with your toys. You're doing something. You're not engaged. You're not fully engaged in the story.
That's something kids don't understand these days. Reruns.
Yeah. Reruns. Oh no. They have notes. There is nothing that is so that is a good point that reruns are. I mean, it's so funny because because we could actually splice in that scene from Back to the Future where Marty says like I saw it in a rerun and like his uncle who's a kid goes what's a rerun because we've come like full circle where a kid back then from a time traveler has no idea what a rerun is, and now even kids today would be like, "What's a rerun?" Because they just have everything at the power.
You made the connection. I didn't make that.
I don't know why. I just heard rerun, and I was like, "that line. What's a rerun?" You know, then from Back to the Future, because it's like, yeah, kids today would say that now, even though we're in the future. It's crazy. Anyways, but so. Where are we at here? So
we're meeting Aaron. He's at school. Daisy doesn't know who Aaron is.
No, but Virg knows him.
Virg is trying to be. Virg is just a good spirit.
Yes, he's a good spirit, and you could tell that Aaron is he's been in some trouble. Not a good kid.
He's got that look.
Yes, and of course he's back it's been a little bit, so that means he probably was in some kind of detention,
Right. And
juvie,
then Richie
whatever.
explains they went to reform school.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so you get it on, and he gives him the cold shoulder, like doesn't even want to talk to him. He just closes his locker door with purpose and walks away, gives him the cold shoulder almost. And so it's just like, geez, all right, whatever. And then we kind of really meet Dwayne, who is in the community center in the gymnasium, and there's a basketball team happening. They're talking, of course they're playing. They're talking about basketball players, and then Dwayne tries to get into the conversation, but it's older kids. You could tell like they're trying to establish that Dwayne's a lonely kid.
Yes, and he's especially searching for acceptance from older kids.
Yes.
While, however, he's talking about like a video game, and so he's got that young kid. Yeah, it's that I have this interest that I think is super cool, so I want to bond with the older kids while talking about my youngish interest, not realizing that that's going to alienate me from the older kids. I think it's cool, but the older kids think it's lame.
Yes.
Because they're talking about like Shaq and
Wilt Chamberlain.
And because I love the fact that Shaq would help him. Shaq can't even hit free throws. Like, I love that.
Yeah. No. I mean, we've been there too when we were kids. The older kids are the cool kids. You want to bond, but then of course different generations. You're like don't let them know that I like Power Rangers or something like that. But you want to sound kind of cool, where it's like, well, we got this video game, and then of course it doesn't really work. And then of course Dwayne just kind of just goes, well, I tried, walks outside, and then all of a sudden he sees like a dog, just a stray dog or a loose dog or whatever the hell. And then it's just kind of like, and then it just cuts back to them playing basketball inside the gymnasium again. And then just out of nowhere, just a big ass fucking robot just crashes right through the gymnasium.
But you've also making the connection that this is the robot from the video game that Dwayne was just talking about.
Yeah. So like, and that's what's good about the episode. That I think, again, when we're looking at 40-year-old men, we're like, oh man, this is Saturday morning. But you put yourself into that, it's like, oh, wait a minute. This kid is he creating, like, what is he doing that made this happen? Where he was just talking about it. We looked at the dog, you start piecing it together, obviously. But yeah, the robot that he was talking about, which is like, cool looking robot. And it just starts effing the place up. And then of course, he's even grabbing the ball and trying to shoot, but he's just destroying everything, destroying the court, destroying the basket. Yeah.
So he's trying to make his point that this robot character from this video game would beat out Shaq and Wilt Chamberlain. Like, that was Dwayne's whole point. And he's making his point, but once again, as a kid, unintended consequences about what something like this does in the real world.
Yes, exactly. He's just thinking that, I think to him, it's just like, I could just do that. My little power, I could just imagine things and it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. A little naive when it comes to all this, of course. And then naturally, Rich and Verge are walking towards the community center. And then, of course, the robots comes crashing out. So naturally, Verge has to go around the corner, and then we get that
the transformation scene that they get to recycle in every episode.
I mean, essentially, it's like how it's like when Power Rangers do it.
Morphin time.
When they show the morphin stuff, it is just the same shot over and over again, of course. But so of course, yes, he changes into Static, and then of course
he also recognizes, but one thing, it's Virgil. He recognizes the video game character. Like, he knows what this is.
And that's what's cool about this too, is like Virgil, even though he's older, he knows these the characters that he ends up fighting throughout the episode, because I mean, he essentially was a kid too, and it's, even though he's in high school now, he still recognizes these these characters. And of course, there's like this big, huge fight thing that's happening and everything. So yeah, we get obviously, hey, Static Shock, do Static Shock. I always say Static Shock because a damn freaking band always gets me. Static. He, of course, does his thing and to defeat, not really defeat. He doesn't
No,
really
because
defeat.
because his powers have no effect.
Yeah, when he shoots, tries to shoot him, it just goes right through.
Yes,
Doesn't even do anything. So he has really no ability to, except for maybe utilizing things around, like the surrounding environment, to maybe like do some things to help win battles or whatever. But and then so we have all that. Let's see. Yeah, crash through and all that. And then we get Dwayne asks Aaron to take him home. And obviously the whole fight's happening. And Aaron's just like, why would I want to like take you home to play a video game? Again, trying to, hey, I got this video game. And he's like,
because
why would I
want
want to do that?
Because he's being that little brother who wants to play the video game with his big brother. Or as Aaron likes to go, you're not my brother, you're my step brother. You know,
which we find out more in detail, like when it comes to but yeah, so it is like, why would I do that if I could just watch this now? And then naturally that just frustrates Dwayne, where then he basically turns it off, where in the middle of the fight, it's like, oh, back to the dog, and then we're done.
Right, because, and I love the kid. See, this is, Stan Berkowitz wrote this episode, and I like that mentality of, okay, so my giant robot fighting Static is getting more attention from my big brother than what I want to do. So I'm simply just going to make it go away because now my big brother doesn't have the excuse for why he can't go home with me and play the video game. Like, it's very child. It's just like, okay, it's like I'm going to take my ball and go home. Like,
pretty much. And that's where we get the whole like, oh yeah, you're, his stepbrother and all that stuff. Of course he's being a douche about it. And then when they're walking home, obviously Dwayne's trying to be friendly but then he's basically starts talking about the Bang Baby stuff because Aaron wasn't around when that happened. And then it is kind of funny because it does move the story along, where it's like, Dwayne knows up a lot about it, and then Aaron just immediately goes, why do you know so much about it, huh? And starts doing that whole thing. It's like, well, maybe he just knows about it. A lot of people know about it, and it's like, but they're trying to.
I also think Aaron's jealous that he missed out on like something really cool happened in Dakota City,
and I wasn't here.
Yeah,
and we get like a moment where Aaron sees somebody he knows,
clearly someone who is probably part of his checkered past.
Yes,
like, you get that.
Yeah, across the street he goes, stay, and then we get Dwayne, who just finds like a popsicle stick and he's hungry. And then all of a sudden when Aaron walks back, we get Dwayne just eating like a huge just
chili dog, like
a full-on chili dog. And he's like, hey, where'd you get that? And he's like, what? I was hungry. And then he was like, there's no. And then that's where Aaron's like, you have abilities. You are a Bang Baby, basically just going, you, what is happening? You created that out of nowhere, didn't you? And yeah, so then we start, I know that it's like again, 22 minutes. So you have to move the story along. So they did a pretty good job of doing that, and how we figure out what Dwayne can actually do here with his powers.
And then Aaron figures it out pretty quickly. I mean, but even that, like, they did a good enough job that, like, it's not a gripe for me.
Yeah, it's not a gripe. And then, of course, we know that Aaron, being the douchebag that he is going to be taking advantage now. And then,
of course, he's going to take advantage because he's a user.
He's a user, and he goes like, and then of course, even Dwayne's like, yeah, but I don't want you to get me in trouble. And he's like, I want to get you in trouble. I'm your brother, because now all of a sudden I'm your brother as opposed to I'm your stepbrother.
Right, because he's going to manipulate this poor kid by telling him what he wants to hear.
And then we get back to Rich and Virg. They're on the computer researching. They found like in the area that the vanilla ice cream was falling from the sky, essentially. They find, there's Dwayne McCall. We get his first name and get his mom's name and everything. So
and then they live in the projects complex.
Yes. And then Aaron tries to get Dwayne. They're on like a construction site. He tries to get him to make money, like make $100 bill, but Dwayne has never seen what $100 bill looks like. And, this is back you can't just pull it up on your phone and be like, make that. So it's like, he doesn't know how to make it. So he keeps on making like what looks like funny money.
Which is also like a really, I mean, you've already told they live in the projects.
Yes.
And then and let's look at Dwayne. Like he's wearing like a really oversized jacket. His hair is kind of messy.
Yeah.
And I just felt like, without saying, hey, we're poor, I love the fact that it wasn't just like so in your face expositional like that. I love the fact that the kid just goes, I've never seen a $100 bill. I don't know what they look like.
Yeah.
They
did a good job with that.
I don't know what it is about it, but that line really stuck out to me, because I was just like, I don't know what a $100 bill looks like. How am I supposed to make one?
It's a good line now that I think about it. Yeah, because it really gives some context of where their living conditions are, and their status. And then Aaron gets the bright idea because there's like a Porsche. There's like a Porsche. It looks like a yellow Porsche. It almost looks like, or just a nice car that is just chilling right there. And he picks up a nail and says, I'll turn this into a key so I could, And Dwayne, because he's still a good kid, goes, no, that's stealing. You can't do that. And of course, Aaron's like, but then he goes, well, but people over in that building over there, they're bad people. And he's talking about Dakota Bank,
right, the merchant bank.
Yeah. So then we cut to Rich and Virg, who show up to the apartment. And yes, it is in the projects. It is run down. They obviously emphasize about all the cracks in the wall.
Yeah, the kitchen actually looks a little nice.
Yeah, when they get in, when like his mom lets them in, because obviously I just made cookies, convenient. But hey, you can't pass up somebody offering you some fresh baked cookies. I remember when I was watching that right now, I was like, you know what that smells like.
You know exactly what that
when
smells
somebody
like.
Opens up the door and it just
and they've been baking.
It just hits. It just goes. Psh, 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 come here. It's like it just.
It's a Looney Tunes cartoon. Where
totally
you're
is.
Where you're like floating in the air with the sand. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So then she starts breaking it down. Like, yeah, she married Aaron's dad, and then she kind of lost connection with her son. So, and because they, Virg and Rich are just kind of like, oh yeah, we kind of work for the community center.
Okay, so that's another like really subtle Saturday morning way of doing this, because it's like, okay, so we're a blended family.
Yes.
Because it's like, so clearly Dwayne's mom had her not with Aaron's dad. Yes. So boyfriend, husband, like whoever Aaron's dad is not in the picture.
No.
She marries Aaron's dad. Now that dad is missing.
Know. Yeah, he's not around.
He's not around. So once again, you're getting an idea of this family dynamic where it's like, so you're poor, you're living in the projects. The kitchen does look nice, but even when the kitchen looking nice, when Rich and Virg walk into the apartment, there are still cracks in the wall inside the apartment.
Yeah.
Like, I saw that.
So they're just getting some intel on everything, which is good. And then all of a sudden we cut back to where the bank is, and we get a big giant sumo wrestler, dude. I mean, Sumo Curry, right?
Sumo Curry, yeah.
Sumo Curry. It's just like, okay, so it's just obviously it's something that it's not a real, almost doesn't look like a real character. It's just kind of funny because I'm like, this would this be politically correct in nowadays? But I'm like, maybe it's not that bad, but obviously it's like it's a big sumo wrestler looking dude, and it's just starts hitting the bank. It shrinks down and starts
belly flops on it.
Yeah, it does all the things, and it's ridiculous. And obviously they're trying to get, Aaron's trying to get him to open up the vault, but naturally it's like, okay, Rich and Virg, they come, obviously they come around the corner and they see it, and it's like, all right, time to get back into Static. And so this time Static knows that, all right, basically there's something imaginary about this. I
Mm-hmm.
can't shoot my static electricity, my electricity at it. So, but then he's like, but again, he's like, well, yeah, but everything else is real. So obviously the Sumu guy is trying to break through the vault, and then Static just seals it up and makes sure he can't get into it. And yeah, so and it's just like a whole thing. And in Dwayne's mind, he's getting gaslit by Aaron. He's just like, hey, Sumu Curry is just playing. We're not trying to hurt anybody.
Uh-huh.
Even though Aaron's like wanting to like get Static, get rid of Static. He's like, no, he's just playing. What the hell, So we're getting that whole dynamic. And after basically the whole bank just getting all effed up, and it's kind of funny too because I'm like, Rich, after the Sumu guy is gone, you come in, hey, you help Static out. There's cameras around, dude. I mean, obviously, it's Saturday morning. They're not thinking about these details, but in my 40-year-old brain, I'm going, Rich, why are you showing up? Now someone's going to show up and be like, why did you come here and help out Static? And yeah, I don't know. That was just where my brain went.
Of course, you could possibly also say that that Sumu Curry like smashed up everything.
Yes.
So like the cameras
we could do that
working.
too, where all the electricity wasn't working for sure. But as he's like helping him out of like the whole, after the little fight, they see Dwayne and Aaron run off, and it's like, yep, there they are. So then the next day, Verge approaches Dwayne in the gymnasium and just kind of starts questioning about his brother, about Aaron, and just obviously saying
very
stuff
defensive because
yes, he's saying stuff that because Verge is doing the thing of like he's trying to kind of like,
mm-hmm.
hey, you got your brother, and then Dwayne, even though that he probably knows deep down that his brother is taking advantage of him, he gets upset.
He doesn't want to believe it. He doesn't want to believe it.
He doesn't want to believe it, and then all of a sudden we get the eyes.
The purple, the
purple eyes,
that purple
bang baby eyes,
yeah.
Yeah. So he gets up, and then of course Verge is just like, "Hey, okay."
Sorry, why I got that song in my head. What
one?
Betty Davis eyes. That was
Betty Davis eyes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bang baby eyes. Okay, I think that's gonna have to be a running Static Shock gag now. Like
baby eyes. Yeah, I like it. So so that the whole scene ends, and then we got Verge that approaches Aaron in the hallway of the school, and it's just basically like, hey man,
but before that, okay, so they're set up there,
yeah,
because
we're
in 2000. Why Rich is listening to a Walkman?
Yeah.
Like it could be a Discman, dude. Like I know why it had to be a Walkman, but still, who in 2000 was still listening to cassette tapes?
Oh, it was all. Oh man,
it was CDs.
Oh yeah,
maybe starting to like. I didn't have it. I definitely didn't have an iPod. Like when did iPod? Like
iPod came out like immediately after I graduated. So I think it was like 2002, 2003, 2004, maybe.
2001. Yeah, 2001.
It was 2001. That's crazy.
It was 2001.
I remember the commercials, but I remember nobody had them. I didn't have my first iPod until about 2005, 2006.
Mine was like 2004.
Yeah, I didn't have mine until I bought myself one.
Mm-hmm.
My mom wasn't gonna buy me that shit. She was like,
no,
I already had like going back to the Discman. I remember she had like an old Discman that she let me use, but man, you could not take that. You couldn't put that in your pocket, put that in there because you're just walking. It would just skip.
It would.
And then they had to. And then I remember they evolved them to have like shock. Like you could just turn on. There would be a setting where you turned it on, where it was just a setting where you could walk around and there would be no skipping, and like it would. I forgot what they called it, but I remember that. Like I got it for Christmas. My mom got me a Discman. and it had the anti-shock or
anti-skip, I think.
Anti-skip. There you go. That's probably
anti-skip. Yeah.
Yeah. So then you could just put it in your pocket or have it like in your backpack pocket with your headphones, and you just walk around and it would be perfectly okay. God damn.
So Virgil looks at Rich. Rich is listening to his Walkman, and they zoom in on the Walkman, and I figured out what that was. Like, oh, they're going to record Aaron, and so Virgil's good. I mean, he invents this party that he's inviting Aaron to. This is where we get our one mention of Frida in the episode.
Yeah, Frida's going to be there, and
Frida's
she's
going to be there
talking to you. And of course, he gets excited because everybody loves Frida.
And then, but he makes a point of saying, "Hey, no little kids."
Yeah,
and which elicits, the douchebag comment from Aaron. That then we turn around and Rich, for some reason, is wearing a trench coat. That was a choice.
That was a different thing. It's like, wearing a trench coat at school. People are going to be looking at you, son. Sorry.
Yeah, but then he opens up the jacket, and then we see the microphone and the Walkman.
So they got him recorded, of course, which is a trope that we've seen so many times.
Oh, absolutely.
When it comes to this stuff, especially the way that they use that recording. So then, obviously, Virg and Rich, they show up to the gymnasium to kind of find Aaron and Dwayne, and they're not there. And then, of course, his dad is like there, like setting something up for something, and then he starts saying like, I don't know about that Aaron kid. He seems like a bad influence on Dwayne, just kind of doing that whole thing. And then that's where, and then he tells them like, oh yeah, they were here, but then they were going to go to the mall to pick up some clothes. And obviously that just ringing some red flags.
That's red flags all
over.
It's
like, something bad is probably happening at the mall. And sure enough, bad things are happening at the mall.
Yes. Martian Pete or whatever that.
Yeah, something like that. It looks like a big centipede kind of robot looking thing, but I think this is where, and of course Static shows up and starts, trying to, he intervenes, I should say.
Come on.
He intervenes.
Yeah.
And so we'll just kind of start jumping in because, this is pretty much the final little battle right here.
Well, because once again, Virgil remembers from the video game that its weakness is fire.
Okay, does that not sound like Sonic? The theme music sounds a little Sonic-y.
Hold on, let me hear it a little bit more.
Here, let me go. Well, yeah. Sounds a little Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sounds a little Sonic. Yeah, you're right. It sounds a little Sonic the Hedgehog. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just when I was hearing that, I was like, why does it sound like Sonic the Hedgehog?
Whoever said
it sounds a little bit like Green Hill Valley. A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
Dwayne, get away from him.
Don't listen. He's against us, bro.
He's using you to steal for him.
Yeah, and then it's just like he gets angry.
Plant man and Kung Pao. I'm reliving my childhood.
I love that.
By the way, I noticed in this episode, like in the Grounded, the Blob episode, how the animation this episode was a little bit more fluid.
Gotcha.
Why do I even try?
Virgil does a good job of he's got to utilize, like I said, his environment.
Right. He has to affect these
speakers,
imaginary friends.
Yes.
With physical objects.
And then of course, that's a recording. Now we're gonna play it.
I know you're tight, you and your bro.
No right, problem. Because shooting the walker with electricity transmits sound. Right.
Yeah.
Was that your voice?
And then of course,
it's a trick. He's trying to fool you, bro. We're not tight.
I hate
and he's not my brother. He's just a stepbrother.
Angry baby. Baby.
Oh, and look, there's the T-Rex from the opening title sequence.
There it is. That's what we're looking for right there.
That's it. Get him.
That's where Dwayne's starting to realize, wait a minute.
What are you waiting for? Finish him.
It's not right.
Yes, it is. Now do what I say.
Don't listen to him, Dwayne.
Right.
You know the right
Because once
thing.
again, Dwayne's
Finish
a good
him
kid.
now.
He
He's a good
knows
You
kid.
know it's
wrong.
not right. Do
Yeah.
what I say. I'm your brother. Do it.
Nope,
Nope.
not happening. Aaron. See, and then we have the Saturday morning
I don't know what
cartoon
to
moment.
do. So I'm gonna wait
For what?
till I'm sure what the right thing is.
Yep, that little
Might take a
Yep.
while.
moral
You've got
denouement.
Yes. When
where
the
it's
hero has got the hand on the shoulder.
Dwayne.
Ah,
that was satisfying.
Yeah.
That
I
was
think
so
Dwayne's had all the brotherly
satisfying.
Fuck off,
attention he
buddy.
needs for today. Now it's time for you to tell the police who was really behind this. And it better be the truth.
dun, dun, dun.
Hey, 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 hey,
hey,
hey, hey.
Hey.
Where you going? Back to the community center. I gotta tell my pops he was a better influence than he thought.
Aw. See, another moment where it's like, gotta tell Dad he's a good influence. So yeah, very Saturday morning cartoon, but not a bad episode. It's a good episode.
No, it's fine. You know, once again, we've got to. We're just suffering from the fact that we're watching this for the first time in our mid-40s. Like
Yes.
it's just,
exactly.
and this is such a. This season in particular is such a first season Saturday morning. This show is for kids kind of show, and. You know, we're not dealing with we're dealing with a lot of the same creatives for all the other shows we've been watching, but it's not like they're trying to go behind WB's back and like they want us to do a kids show, but we're really going to do the adult show that we want to do kind of deal, you know.
But no, it's like I said, it's a decent episode. Again, if you put yourself into like a child like Dwayne, I mean, just imagine if you could just buy your powers, just like, hey, that toy right there, like my Batman toy, I can actually make Batman be a thing. Wouldn't that be crazy, you know? But then all of a sudden somebody would show up from Warner Brothers to be a copyright infringement.
Pull down your imaginary friend.
Exactly. So there you go, guys. That is Child's Play. Definitely the title fits
the episode.
It totally fits the episode. But what do we got next week?
Okay. So I talked about this a little bit on the vodka stream this past Friday, but so guys, back during Barbenheimer, that's how long ago that I sat down and I did the master watch list for DC Fan-imated.
Was that 2 years ago or 3 years ago?
Oh, when what? 3 years ago.
Because 3 years ago.
It was 3 years ago. Because it was 3 years from Oppenheimer to the Odyssey.
Yeah, that's right. Because Oppenheimer, and it took 2 years before the Odyssey. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
fucking hey, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know it's crazy. So 3 years ago, I came up with this master list all the way to the end of the DC animated universe. But when I'm using my iPhone and my iPad, and I had like 4 or 5 different tabs, because you gotta understand, I was trying to find air dates, I was trying to find broadcast schedules, and then at this point, I'm trying to balance like 3 different shows.
Yeah.
And now I got AI that I just type in a simple question, and it's like. So what I found out, folks, was that in the fall of 2000, Static Shock and Batman Beyond were airing in certain time slots, but then by the spring and the introduction of the Zeta Project, they were in different time slots. So I had to go back and like do a little
change to the list.
A little change to the list to get the things in the correct order. And now it's like I just typed in something and like literally Gemini would just give me like this day, Batman Beyond rerun, and it's Static Shock. This episode, I'm just like, where was this 3 years ago when I was trying to make this list?
It's kind of funny because 3 years ago, AI wasn't how AI is now. It just shows how fast things are moving when it comes to this, which is like
So
a little scary, but also very helpful.
Very helpful. So what I discovered on Sunday was we're actually watching a Batman Beyond episode next week.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
at this point, Static Shock was airing after Batman Beyond. But then by the spring, it's airing before Batman Beyond because they like literally they between the fall and the spring from 2000 to 2001, they literally flip-flop time slots. So like that caused my original, like, I did not know that in the middle of a season their time slots changed.
Yeah.
And it was just like I am trying to once again, I have determined that DC Fan-imated stream is going to be the ultimate record for how you
totally
watch
is.
the DC
Gonna
animated
live
universe.
on. It's gonna live on for that. Our playlist is gonna be just like, oh, this is the order. This is how you should watch things. We got you.
We got you. So next week we're back in Neo Gotham. We're back in Batman Beyond season 3, and we are watching episode. Make sure I get the number right here. But yeah, we are watching episode 9 of season 3, entitled Betrayal.
Betrayal. Yep. Sorry, I just looked at it. Okay. And I was like, okay. Do you know anything about the next? Okay.
No,
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything because as soon as it starts playing, you're going to be like, oh.
Oh, okay. It's going to be one of those. Oh,
yeah. You're going to be like, oh, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I just looked and I'm like, well, oh, and I just did that in my head. I was like,
oh, no, wait. No. This is the big time episode. Yeah.
Yes.
This is the big time episode that you used the wrong thumbnail.
Oh yeah,
for.
that I used the wrong thumbnail for the first big time episode. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So yeah, it does bring back big time. And I was like, oh yeah, this was that. Which is funny.
Right. The one that I go, Dave, Terry doesn't interact with big time in his mutated form in this episode.
But yeah, when I typed it in, because the episode was just called Big Time.
Yes,
right?
the first episode. Yeah.
So it just was like when I searched, I was like, oh, Big Time. Oh, that's a cool freaking shot right there. And then
it's from this episode.
Nope, it's from the other episode that he shows up in. Oh, oops, my bad. But hey. So so we'll be back in Neo Gotham talking about that, and we should be back live, of course. I don't think anything's going to be happening or prevent us.
Well, I'm on PTO next week, so
there you go. We should be good.
Wait, I know it's weird because I was just on PTO, but it's once again 2 things. Next week is the first week of school, so I took my wife goes back to work on Thursday.
So my brother goes back to work on Thursday. It's crazy. California and Alabama, same thing.
I know, right? So there's that, and also like by the time you hit Labor Day in the grocery business,
oh Jesus,
you ain't taking any holiday.
So Scott's trying to get all his PTO out because you built up a lot, you busted your ass. It's time to freaking use it.
And it's use it or lose it. So it's
makes sense. And then of course we always like to talk about movies towards the at the end of our streams right here. So you gonna go see the Ice Cream Man, Scott? Sorry.
No, but I am gonna go see a movie this weekend.
What are you seeing?
There is an early access screening of Paw Patrol: The Dino Movie.
Oh, nice.
Callum wants to see it,
of course.
So you gotta understand that
gotta do daddy stuff.
I gotta do daddy stuff, but like 2 weeks ago, I took Liam to go see The Odyssey. Last Friday, I took Declan to go see Spider-Man. So
now it's the other kid's turn.
Now it's Callum. Callum gets his one-on-one movie with Daddy. And technically, Paw Patrol: The Dino Movie doesn't open until next week. But Saturday, they're having
that's cool,
an early access screening. And so I'm taking him to a 2:00 on a Saturday afternoon. So he gets to see it before school starts. And I'm going to go, and I'm going to be honest, I've enjoyed the Paw Patrol movies.
There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So,
that means they're doing their job of entertaining the adults while entertaining the kids.
Yeah, so I'm taking him to. So we're going to go see Paw Patrol. on Saturday for the early access, because there's one theater in town, but it's not just like one showing. Like it's like the screen for the whole day is doing early access for Paw Patrol, and then it will officially come out the following Thursday, of course. So
yeah, like I joke about Ice Cream Man because obviously, with how I mean, obviously, I wouldn't even tell you to watch the trailer to that.
Oh no, I've heard that. Like Scott, don't even watch the trailer.
Like, don't even watch it. It is, and it's so above and beyond. It's Eli Roth, and then it's so funny too because it is getting bad reactions.
Really?
Reactions.
Wow.
Okay. As in, it's just a horribly done movie. I saw this one guy I follow, Epic Films, who's a big horror fan. He saw an advanced screening and he tweeted out, he's like, this was like so bad. He's like, I like these kind of movies. I like Thanksgiving, Eli Roth's Thanksgiving, which I actually enjoyed that too. I watched that last Thanksgiving because I hadn't watched it. I was like, you know what? This is actually a decent, this is a decent slasher movie. What was the last movie? Oh yeah, he did that one movie about the video game,
Borderlands.
Yes, and that movie just flopped like no other.
Oh, that thing was like universally panned.
Yeah, it was just bad. And apparently this is going to be happening with this movie where people are just, I mean, I go on my TikTok feed and I've gotten videos where people are like, this is like one of the worst movies of the year, if not the worst movie, probably the worst movie in a couple of years. I was like, Jesus Christ. And I was like kind of on the fence about it too, because I watched the trailer and I'm like, what the hell is left? After watching that trailer, what is left for the movie? This shit was so goddamn gory. Like, what is left for the movie? And I'm just kind of going, maybe I'll see it. I don't know. But now I'm just kind of on the fence. And of course, Super Troopers 3 comes out this week. So I'm going to go see that Sunday with some friends because that's something you watch with friends. So I will be seeing a movie, but not till Sunday. Thursday, I was kind of like, but then I looked at the showing up the road at the theater. 7:35 is the earliest, and I'm going, nah, not gonna. I'm fucking old now, man. I don't want 7:35. 7:35 for a movie that I'm not really excited to see. But then part of me is like, well, maybe I should see it to see how bad it is. And I started looking at that aspect, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to go see a movie at 7:35. If it was before 7, maybe, because it's only it's like an hour and 26, it's not a long movie, but I'm just like going, I don't know. And then what's cool too is I really hope, and I know I have like a friend or two who hasn't seen Spider-Man Brand New Day, but that's going to be hitting IMAX.
Yes,
after this
because
weekend.
Odyssey finally loses its exclusivity window.
That's insane. And that, it's so funny too, because I even talked about this on my show. I was like, it's insane because Spider-Man's already at $1 billion, which is just fucking. Remember when we were talking about like, oh, the box office, and then we were like 800 million opening weekend. That seems a bit much. And then
935,
and then and then new numbers came out from like Deadline and Variety that were like, oh yeah, about $500 million, over a little over $500 million. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And then all of a sudden, like day one, they're like, oh no, this is going to be 900 million. Sure enough, it's already at $1 billion, which is just insane. Great, it's fantastic. I love that. That's
highest first Tuesday
and Monday,
ever.
I think too. Yeah, I think it's just shattering records. So. And that's before IMAX. You know how many people are going to go back to watching it?
Oh, yeah. And that's why they're doing it. And that's why they're doing it.
And I'm like, perfect. It worked out for them that they couldn't get the. That's what's going to happen with Doomsday. Also, yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, they don't get the IMAX screenings because Dune has it. But as soon as Dune's little
exclusivity window runs
come out, January, they're like, hey, you want to go see it? Yeah, forget about that infinity format, that thing that we made up, which is just Dolby large format. Forget that. Now you can see it in IMAX. So, I mean, I think it's actually, they're kind of looking at it like, okay, yeah, smart. Because, yeah, I'm like, man, that's going to probably rake in. This movie might make $2 billion now. I did not think it was going to be the case, but Jesus Christ, it might make $2 billion now.
And watch Vodka Stream if you want to hear our thoughts.
Oh, yeah. We did a whole spoiler breakdown. Scott was there. We had a great conversation about it. We talked about what we liked, what our gripes were. And, yeah, it was a great discussion. And, yeah, it's kind of cool. I've been watching other breakdowns. I watched the Fat Man Beyond one with Kevin Smith and Mark Bernard, and got their their whole spiel on it. You ever watch Fat Man Beyond when they go over like a
not
movie?
anymore.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
always funny because it is Kevin Smith talking. He breaks down the whole thing, and Mark Bernard's kind of just like, he'll like say things every now and again, and then he'll be like, "All right, Mark, what you think?" It's like, it's so funny. Every time there's like a big movie like this, and it's a 4-hour stream they did. Granted, it wasn't just the discussion, but it's the main part. But it's just, I forgot how funny it is because they didn't do it anywhere. They were just like, at their houses and talking. But it's just funny because it's just Kevin Smith just talking. Mark chiming in every now and then finally goes, "Yeah, well, so what was your overall?" It's just funny, that dynamic where it's like, but
I'll
obviously,
be honest, we watched Fat Man Beyond for Kevin Smith anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I think they probably know that because Mark Bernard, he's kind of a sourpuss when it comes to something.
Yeah, he is.
I kind of get annoyed by him, but Kevin Smith is just So, and they did it live too, and he even said that because somebody said like, "Oh yeah, you shill everything," and blah blah blah. It's like he just enjoys shit. Leave him alone.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that I love things.
Yes, he loves things, and he's just like, yeah, so, I don't give a, and he's like, I don't give a penny for any of this shit, And but he also say that he'll also say what they always mention it as, what bumped me about it though, and he'll like say like one thing like, oh, this is the one thing that bumped me about it, where I was just kind of like, I forgot exactly what he said about Spider-Man, but yeah, but he'll still say like, I didn't really, like when it came to that, but anyway, so yeah, that's the movies we're gonna see. So we got some Paw Patrol, and I'm seeing Super Troopers. So yeah, there you go, Paw Patrol and Super Troopers. But then the week after, that's the movie I'm really looking forward to, The End of Oak Street.
Oh, that is next week.
Yeah, that's gonna be the follow. Yeah, which
that looks fun. That looks fun.
Like a perfect way to end the summer.
That's that
end of summer movie right there. That just, to me, I'm like, yeah, technically you could say the summer blockbuster season has come to an end, because usually they think like July, because August, that's where school starts. And obviously Spider-Man being the biggest movie, obviously, of the whole fucking year. But I'm like, yeah, but End of Oak Street, that's a fucking summer blockbuster movie. That's a good way to end, in my opinion.
Like, and it's a family movie. Like,
totally is. Yeah, it's got crazy weird shit with a family. It takes place in the 80s, like early 80s, late 70s. I'm not even sure when. And it's Ewan McGregor. It's Anne Hathaway. She's having a fucking year.
They're all Zendaya,
so many people are having a year.
Zendaya is having the year of years. I mean, the drama, the Odyssey, Spider-Man,
Robert Pattinson's having himself a year.
God,
because Robert Pattinson still has the Chris Hansen movie and Dune.
Is the Chris Hansen movie coming out this year?
Yes, October.
Dude,
it looks so fucking good.
Good, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's having a year too. It's just crazy, and I know. And then he's in another movie that's going to the first film festival. I forgot which one, that has him and Denzel in it. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude.
I didn't even know about this.
Yes. But I don't know what movie it's called, but there's a movie that's coming out for, I forgot which film festival that's that when we start getting into the award season, but it's him and Denzel, and there's somebody else in there too that's known. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy's having a fucking year. So,
and he's filming Batman
right now. He's filming Batman. Jesus Christ, this guy. Let's get these beggars out of here. He's got a popular meme out there.
Yeah, he does have a popular meme out there.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. But yeah, be back here next week. We'll be here live talking some Batman Beyond with Betrayal. And go ahead and promote whatever you got to promote, Scott.
So eBay still got the White Canary, and Supergirl figure still hanging out there. Everything's gone to buy it now, so that's how it is. But I just launched, it was tonight, so by the time you're watching this, it was the night before. Just launched 3 new figures. So I also have Season 1 Arrow.
Yeah, I have
Season 2 Deathstroke, the Manu Bennett, full on armored Deathstroke, and Arsenal. Those are out there as well. And now no more auction. They're all buy it now figures. So it pains me to sell off this Deathstroke figure, because the Deathstroke design in Arrow was Like that
was really good.
It was
really good.
really good. And he comes with like a sword and grenades and a gun, and it's a really solid figure. Declan wanted it so badly. I had to like placate him with like I have a McFarlane Deathstroke from Batman Arkham Origins that I'm having to like, dude, here, just
have that.
have that.
Also
I need to
pretty good too.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a sweet Deathstroke.
Yeah.
So I was just like, here, take this one so that you'll leave this one alone. But yeah. So please, guys, look at it. Consider. I could really use the money right now.
Yeah.
I'm being honest with you guys. I need the money right now.
Yeah.
And so I got that going on, and I don't know. I also just kind of check out some of the. I'm having fun posting some of the physical media I've been getting in. Like,
Yeah.
I just got the vinyl, the Amazon exclusive vinyl of the reformatted edition of the Transformers the movie soundtrack. I mean, the touch, Dare to Be Stupid, like Dare, like the 1986 soundtrack. Y'all, that thing still goes hard. I mean, not going to lie. But this reformatted edition is like re-recorded versions of all those songs. So it goes even more metal than even the original. So I'm just like, so just follow me on X Scott DC27 on
Check
Beer
it out,
Scott
guys.
McClellan.
Yeah,
like
just having fun.
It's just fun to see a lot of this stuff.
Of course. All right, go ahead and do that, guys. Hit that like, thumbs up. We appreciate you. Of course, look forward. I'm not going to have a first reaction unless I do decide just to be like, fuck it, I'm going to go see that Ice Cream Man movie, but I don't see that happening. I just don't see 7:35. I just look at that and go, nah.
That's a deal breaker for you.
Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, if it was 7 o'clock, maybe 7:35. I'm like, God, you're really cutting in my bedtime. What are we doing here, folks? But yeah, so just Vodka Stream, we'll be talking about things more, covering just a lot of Spider-Man.
Oh, by the way, have you watched Cape Crusader season 2 yet?
Oh, I saw the first 2 episodes.
What? Okay.
The way that they're building up the Joker, I love it. And just with certain characters. No, there was one character I was like, oh, there's that guy that wears glasses, bald, little short guy. I'm like, oh yeah, he's in this. And kind of interesting what they're doing with the Mad Hatter. Which is like she's kind of they gender swapped or whatever the hell. And she's like hosting like a show. I don't mind the liberties being taken when it comes to Cape Crusader. I know people had an issue with the gender swap of the Penguin, but I thought it actually worked. Mimi, what's her name?
Rogers
was voicing her. I thought it was fine. I thought she was pretty damn fucking ruthless, man. But I like the buildup of what they're doing with the Joker and how the story is going along. I've only seen, and then the Riddler. The Riddler's he's kind of interesting too, where he's not necessarily dropping a bunch of riddles, but he's still being Edward Nigma, Eddie, as they're calling him, Eddie, because of course it's noir. It's fucking Eddie.
This season goes so much harder.
Oh yeah, it's already starting where I'm like, Jesus Christ, you were correct when it came to just guys just getting shot like, It's like, oh yeah. So I'm gonna catch some more, but yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes on Sunday.
Oh, once you get through all 10, it just builds, dude.
Dude, that's what they keep doing with it. And I'm like, I'm loving that. I'm like, yeah, it's like you're going to have an episode where you have this character, that character, fine. But then you just build up that Joker. Have him in the background. I like that. So, but yeah, go ahead and watch that, guys, too. Support it. We want more of that.
Season 3 has not been greenlit yet.
It hasn't. And I'm worried because
I am worried. Yeah.
You just drop it and go. It's like, okay. But we'll see what happens. But we also have Lanterns in like a week and a half too. So maybe a little like 2 weeks. So that's also getting exciting, seeing some of the TV spots and everything. So DC's got some good TV coming. That's for, well, they already have some coming, or have some here. But anyways, hit that like, thumbs up, guys. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week. See you in the Vodka Stream if you attend that. And we love you, and thank you for watching the Not So Live, and we will talk to you later.